All right, guys, this is Doc, and yeah, we are here at the Minecon, Minecraft Creator Summit 2018, having a good time. I'm here with a very, very beautiful and interesting lady.
Thank you.
So yeah, maybe you can introduce yourself.
Yes, hello. My name is Agnes, or Lady Agnes. So I work as a developer in the Minecraft Java team here in Stockholm. So I'm like adding new features and resolving bugs.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's what you do as a developer, I guess, right?
Yes,
So,
that's kind of my...
Guys, don't think I'm trying to creep in on her, but you know, we have a really improvised situation here with the camera sitting on a chair in the rock band room of the Mojang guys, and we already had people, you guys ready yet? We want to play rock band.
We were like, oh.
So we was like, wait, give us a little bit of time. So yeah, we're here, and a few years back, it was, I think, Minecon 2014, 15, you know, somewhere back in the days. I did a really nice interview with Dinnerbone, Nathan, and yeah, we talked about general questions of the game, you know, how do you see the game, how did you get into being employed here at Mojang. That's probably also an interesting question for people. Of course, you know, we will try, you know, Agnes knows it all, but she can't spoil it, right? There's a lot of plans for the future,
yes.
But we gotta stay, you know, we don't want to get her in trouble, right?
No,
pretty much straight. So, you know, we can talk about certain things, but not everything. So let's just hit it off maybe. What is your history in the game? How did you end up working for Mojang?
Okay, yeah, so I started to play, I think it was 2011, so, I mean, early or a bit late, depending on who you ask. And I'm a huge Minecraft fan, I played a lot, and I actually still play on the same server as the first time I played.
Oh really?
Yes.
Oh, that's amazing.
So it's so fun to go back, you know, to the spawn area and it's like, oh, this is my first house made of, you know, some planks and some dirt, and it looks awful, but I love it.
Well, you first dirt had it, right?
Yeah, so that's you know, it's nostalgic. So played a lot of Minecraft, and then I also do, like as a side project, I do a kind of simulator that I use for my Minecraft world. So when I play Minecraft, I kind of do a lot of storytelling for myself all day.
Yeah,
that's how I am. Yeah. And this simulator like gives me like this happened to this person and this thing happened. So that's kind of how I play Minecraft. But so why did I end up here? I guess I was a bit lucky. I mean, I was a software developer who loved Minecraft, and I also happened to know some people here. Yeah. So then, when they had an open position, they actually asked me, like, we think you would probably fit here, and I'm like, yes, it's my dream job.
Yeah, I would also.
I got so happy. I also got so nervous.
Of course, yeah.
And there were lots of interviews and things, and I was so nervous. But yes, I ended up here, and I'm very happy.
Yeah, I mean, you've been working for Mojang now how long?
Almost 2 years.
Yes, so it's been a while. She's not, you know, the new guy. It's very interesting though. We are here in the new office, and you recently moved here. It's way bigger than the old office. And yeah, this afternoon I talked with Grum, but how many people are actually working now on the Java version? And it's astonishing. We came up with 8 names right now, and potentially 9 in the future even. So that's actually a really big team. It's twice as big as it was for the longest time.
Yes, and it's I mean, it's grown a lot. So I'm not the newest one.
No,
for sure, not the newest
yeah.
one, which is interesting.
Yeah, but there's 2 female programmers as well.
Me and
so
Maria
and you, yeah. And Maria is on child leave right now, right? Yes. So she'll be back in a while. It is. Obviously, the game is played by millions and millions of people. Maybe the most successful game in history. So it must be quite intimidating sometimes to work on features. We had a brief talk, for example, about the PvP situation, right? And this is, I don't know why, but this is such a hot topic. I did a tweet because we got some information that Mojang is maybe or want to look into the PvP features a little bit. Maybe you can talk about it a little bit. What made you think that there should be some work around that?
I can't say a lot, but I mean, obviously, lots of people don't think it's that good, and I mean, we want to look into it because we really want the game to just be, you know, really, really good, and we want to do the best. So if we see lots of complaints, then we guess like, yeah, we should look into this.
Yeah. So guys, there is, you know, often I'm around in the community for a long time, and I often hear, man, you know, Mojang ain't listening to us anymore, and so on. And I can tell you, dude, I've been here now for 2-3 days, and those people working on the game, they are 100% dedicated to it and extremely passionate. And you know, it's sometimes hard. There is so many people, you know, screaming and shouting and want a change and want this and that, and of course it's difficult to filter out. But I suggested one thing to Agnes, and of course it's not, you know, up to her to decide stuff like that alone, but I thought maybe it's a good idea for the PvP stuff, so we can, you know, wrap that topic up, because the comments will be all about PvP then again. I suggested maybe release 3 different versions with 3 different ways PvP could be, and then, you know, leave it out for the community to decide what they like, and maybe even in the end it's a mashup of all things, right? So don't expect, you know, the changes to be made quickly though. It's gonna take some time and thinking, and really thinking in which direction you know, the PvP wants to go. One thing is obvious: it cannot go back to the senseless spam clicking. And now some PvPers will be mad and say it's not senseless, there's combos and stuff. But you know what I mean. I mean, you want to have a bit more, let's say, yeah, it needs to be a bit more refined. But yeah, that's that one topic. So no more PvP talk in this one. I feel personally Dinnerbone really did a good job. It was not Dinnerbone by himself, by the way, working on the PvP obviously. But yeah, I also agree it's not perfect, clearly. But you know, what is perfect? You know, everything can be changed and needs improvement. So your contributions to the game, what was the main features you've been working on over the last 2 years then?
Yeah, so the first thing I did was the llama.
The llama, yeah.
Yes.
How, that's something, you know, I was always wondering about the llama, like, wow, how did that come about? It's so random in comparison to the whole...
When I started, they already have kind of decided that they wanted to do llama. Jeb has made like a poll on Twitter, should we do llama or alpaca? And then he said llama. So he's like, hey Agnes, maybe you want to do the llama? I'm like, yes, that sounds fun. Yeah. So, but I didn't get like more info. It's just like, so then we...
Okay, do a llama.
Kind of, I mean, we talked about it, and he was like, maybe they could do this and this, and then I started to, you know, brainstorm and also discuss together with Jeb, and so and then it ended up to be the llama.
Yeah,
it's kind of fun.
The thing is, with the llamas, for me it always like, why llamas? What llamas? But I actually find them hilarious by now. I mean, they became, for me, one of the iconic mobs in the game, even because their spitting attack is just hilarious.
Yeah, they're kind of fun. I met, you know, it's like an 8-year-old boy or something, like this summer, and he's like, I love the llamas because they actually get mad when I hit them. And that was like his favorite thing, because they spit on him. I like, yeah, it's kind of fun that they are happy. And you know, just how they look, and then when they spit, it's fun.
Yeah,
it's a bit fun.
It's fun. So the llama is your baby.
Yes, it's my baby. Then, so then I actually went on parental leave for quite long. So then I came back to Untitled Aquatic, and in Untitled Aquatic I worked on a lot of things. I just want to say that we always, you know, collaborate and discuss. So I shouldn't like take like I did everything. But you know, but I did turtles, I did icebergs, the ruins, bubble columns, and then...
I have a question about that.
Okay, yes, you should ask me.
Bubble columns. I thought it would be, you know, one of the, for me, iconic designs in Minecraft is boat elevators and the famous EATS road. I don't know if you ever heard about it. That is designed by Ethos Lab, and it was a super cool transportation system using boats and using water streams and trapdoors and certain things to force the boats into a certain position, and you could ride them super fast. And then you had the water elevators going up. So right now there's this mechanic, if you sit in the boat and actually use the water columns, you get ejected from the boat.
When they drag down.
Yeah, and also when they go up.
You should not get ejected when they go up.
This, the last snapshot I tested, it was like that. So
I see that as a book, because when they drag down, you should get ejected. That's intended, because that's what it. But when they you get pushed up, the boat jump, then I wanted you to stay in the boat because I wanted that to be used to do fun things.
Yes.
You should look into that then.
Yeah, look again. I don't know.
Thanks for telling me.
I thought it was an issue because I remember when the snapshot came out, we were immediately, oh yes, boat elevators are back. We can try it out, and then Methods was like, don't even get excited, you get ejected. So maybe that's something.
Oh yeah, good point. I will look into that, because my plan wasn't. You should not get ejected because.
But maybe it was changed already, or maybe I'm completely mistaken here. Forgive me if I'm wrong, guys. But I'm pretty sure it was something like that, because it was literally
I know you
first
mean
thing.
and the code changes all the time and bugs sneak in. So could be, but
maybe,
look into it.
Maybe
tomorrow.
Yes, got to work it out now, guys. We're gonna so turtles as well. Really need to give you a lot of props for the turtles. I thought it was one of the nicest or best implemented mobs recently. The breeding mechanic is super cool. I found already a nice exploit to that, but I'm not gonna tell you. Maybe off camera, no. It's just how the breeding works. You can make really nice farms for them, but it's good. You know what I mean? Like if you can trap them and don't give them sand, and then if there's sand alternatives around them, but please don't take that out. It's really good. Okay.
But I also like the breeding.
And the baby turtles are so cute.
Yes, I'm gonna make it small, and then even smaller, because that's like the thing. They should be like teeny tiny.
Yes, it's really cute. I agree to that. And so one thing that I wondered, what made you think about that zombies should trample the turtle eggs? What's the story?
Evil. First there were even more mobs that tramped the turtle eggs, but then people thought I was too evil. No, but one was like, why did I do that? I wanted to be actually a bit hard to manage to breed turtles. So I was thinking about, okay, how can I make it, so you get some gameplay into it.
Yes.
So I added the thing that they hatch faster during the night. That's also goes well together with the phantom and things like that you want to stay up. And then I also tried the thing with that actually some mobs do jump on the eggs, and I thought it looked hilarious when they did. And it's annoying, but you can protect them, and I thought that was kind of fun in gameplay thing, and also just fun.
So that was the evil.
That was the evil part of me.
The evil lady
Agnes. Most often I'm very kind, but I have a tiny evil
I can confirm. I can confirm. Very kind. Yes. So we were turtles. What else?
Icebergs.
Yes.
I did icebergs.
I had a hard time finding one in your first snapshot.
They are only in the frozen ocean.
Yeah, but it's good. Another nice way to get some more ice and stuff. Really good stuff.
Yes.
Blue ice. Really good feature. I love that it's actually making boats ride faster.
It's even more slippery.
Yes. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. It was
first it was you had literally no friction and we could go infinite speed.
I did have, but there were friction, but teeny tiny, and then I realized, maybe that was a bit too much.
Yeah.
But I wanted it to be like a thing, but then I realized, okay, I need to tune it down a bit.
So about the ice boat traveling situation, I don't know if you can speak for the team or so in that respect. Is that a feature or not? I'm personally not really sure about it, to be honest.
That's a good question.
But it is in the game for quite. Yeah, but that's not really.
Yes, and it's fun. And
It's
the
fun,
thing
right?
is, it should. I mean, the game should be fun.
Yeah.
But
Hard to
I'm
tell.
not sure. Hard to tell. I would say, but
You know, but the thing is,
I mean, it wasn't a feature from. It wasn't like we added it. Like, let's do this.
as a means of
No.
transportation. Yeah.
No, but I mean, we're very aware of that. It's there. It's not like
Yeah.
we have fixed the bug.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely. I can just tell you from my experience playing on bigger servers, older servers where the networks get bigger and bigger. You know, people have their networks. You know, and travel from A to B to C to whatever. So first there was translocation, piston bolts, and similar things. Many technical servers still use that because it's just more cool. But a lot of people use the ice roads, and I think I believe it should be in the game. But you know, it's not up to us. And guys, as I said here with Mojang, it's always a team discussion. So you know, Lady Agnes can for sure not decide on her own. You know,
I can try.
I mean, yeah, for the things you
Yeah.
work on, obviously.
Yeah, and I'm part in these discussions, but of course, we are a team, of course.
But I believe it should be in there, and it actually is pretty cool that you now even have certain, like even evolution in that, you know, normalized, and then it's better and better. So yeah, that's really cool. Okay, anything else? You worked on?
The ruins.
Yeah.
But it's for
So
sure.
underwater, the underwater
The
ruins?
underwater ruins.
The ships and stuff too.
No, I have not worked on the ships.
Yeah.
Or no, most not. I mean, I've been in the discussion, but I'm not really.
So I was really interested about how, like, if you make such a structure, like, do you literally go in the game and build it? And
Yes, for these kind of structures, yes. I mean, not for like icebergs. They are world generations.
Yeah,
They are
yeah.
made from code.
Yeah.
But for ruins and shipwrecks, they are they're built in the game.
Right, you
Yes.
hand build them, and then it's just a structure pretty much that gets inserted. Yeah.
And then like for the ruins, for example, they have like 3 different blocks, or it depends on the biome. But let's say talk about the cold ones. It's like bricks and it's mossy. Bricks and cracked bricks, and that's kind of done in code to randomize it and to also make them randomly broken, so they are not always looking the same.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it's build structures, and then they're kind of randomized to be more interesting. And then of course, World that plays them.
Yeah. I personally really was looking forward so far to the update Aquatic. I hope that it will. I mean, sure, you know, the oceans was barren. Now it's almost like, you know, exploding with life, entities everywhere.
Yes.
That is always an issue. I also asked that question, you know, when we did a Q&A thing with Jab and so on, I asked, what is it about this entity situation? Like before it was always the holy grail, you know, avoid entities. That was kind of the thing because it caused a lot of problems. So now you need to understand now, guys, they put I don't almost want to say ton of work into the backbone of the game. I mean, the underlying mechanics, and they achieved a lot of performance improvements, and that obviously freed more space to, you know, be a bit more experimental with mobs. I mean, I love it. The dolphins, you had a little mishap with the dolphins, right? When you
Yes, it was my fault. Yes, so for the dolphins, we have been lots of people working on dolphins. First it was Maria, and then I know also in like I worked on it, and then Dinnerbone, and then I worked on that, and I added the bug where you just got thousands of dolphins.
Yeah, and so dolphins.
But I fixed it. I also fixed it.
Yeah.
It was very, such a, one of these like funny
moments.
Yes,
Really,
it's like I'm like, gee, what have we done? And then but it was also very easy to fix because
it's literally a one-liner or something like that.
Yeah, one character.
Yes. Yeah. So, dolphins. I mean, people are really hyped about the update Aquatic. Can clearly feel that. I kind of proud myself that I'm always trying to stay close to the community and try to be approachable and also talk, to the tech guys and the smaller guys and so on. everybody's pretty excited. The tech community though, they say, well, it's a lot of eye candy, but what we want is some deep stuff. You know, we need mechanics. Yeah, what is your guys' stance to that thing? Maybe have a more, you know, eye candy update, but then maybe not a technical update. I think I heard that there should be some kind of mix between more technical stuff, more back-end stuff, and more eye candy.
I don't know much of it, but I mean, as Yep said yesterday, we want to try to make all the parts of the community happy. So we don't just want to take Minecraft into like one direction. We want to go like, you know, in every direction, which includes, you know, the more deep tech community.
So out there, they're starting to play super loud music. I hope the audio is gonna ask Agnes to speak up a little bit.
Sorry.
So, you know, I don't know, they're partying out there. You know, we're working here. Look at them. So I think we really need to make sure we wrap this up soon so we can also party. No,
yes.
No, we're here for you guys.
Yeah, it's very fun to be here. So I'm like, I don't need to party.
Yeah, I know.
Don't worry. This as well.
Don't worry, guys. Yeah. So. Yeah, obviously that's always a topic. I can just say, gameplay in Minecraft to me doesn't necessarily consist with endless mining and endless exploring. It consists of making things that I don't have to do that. Mining and exploring.
Yes.
So I just want to put that out there and really say again, don't forget about the technical stuff. The machines, the things, that is what, how you call it in the business, the power user, or the, you know, the hardcore players, that is what keeps them around and makes sure they actually have gameplay.
Yes.
And so I said it, guys, you can't blame me for it.
No, but I really appreciate, you know, when you and everyone is in the community tell what you want, what you think is important, because we want to listen. I mean, we've developed this game for you.
So what would be, if somebody really has feedback for you, what would be the best way to give feedback to you? Obviously it can be a bit tricky, you know, on Twitter for example there's so much spam and people shouting left and right. What do you suggest? I saw that Mojang really actively reads a lot on the Minecraft Reddit.
Yes, I read a lot on the Reddit. Yeah. Even if I on the Reddit I do not comment that much, but I read a lot.
Yes.
And I'm really like, oh, they like this, oh, they didn't like this, and so it means a lot to see what everyone thinks about things, and because I'm happy if you're happy.
So yeah, guys, if you want to reach out, so probably the Reddit is a good thing.
And then I mean, you can write to me on Twitter, especially if you have really, you know, constructive feedback, because then it's like, oh, okay, good, okay.
So also maybe a good idea to communicate with the guys on Mojang is always make a short video about something. You know, these days everybody makes videos, so why not load it up. Tweet it to me, tweet it to Agnes, tweet it to anybody of the Mojangsters. For example, Aubrey Norris, she's the community manager in the game, and she said they spend hours and hours watching videos and looking for feedback from people. So you can also tweet to Aubrey and she makes sure people see it. But you know, if you tweet it to me, I can also pass it on. So you know, always do that. I mean, of course, to any other creators. I'm not the only link, you know. But our advantage is obviously we are here, you know, we are literally sitting next to each other, and me as content creator has the advantage to kind of get a lot of feedback, and then I'm hopefully smart enough to filter out the crap from the good stuff and then kind of pass it on a little bit, right? So that is a good way if you want to communicate with each other, and I assure you, and it's not just some marketing blah blah blah. The guys, they really do take in the feedback, and you know, they are proud on the features they added to the game. You always have to see, this is, as a game developer working here, is a pretty big deal. It's a pretty big deal.
Yeah. I mean,
right?
It's like, you know, for me it's really like the dream job, because I'm so into Minecraft, but I also mean that I really, really care about Minecraft.
Yes.
like my
Yeah.
passion, or I don't know what to say. So yes.
Yeah. So make sure, make sure to treat those people with respect. I mean, there's been things in the past where developers were really attacked viciously on social media and so on. That is absolutely inappropriate, guys. Keep it friendly and keep it realistic, and always understand there's real humans behind that whole thing. Mojang is still a small studio. People imagine that, oh yeah, of course, there's Microsoft and it's this gigantic machinery. The actual core coder team and the core people that actually work on the code and maybe the graphics and the looks of the game is still a relatively small group of people. So, if you shout at Mojang, always be aware you're shouting at actual people.
Yes.
Right? Really nice people even. So, guys, yeah, behave. And yeah, I'd say, we want to go down and hang out with the rest of the peeps a bit. That's a very arbitrary question, but it needs to be asked. What is your very favorite thing in Minecraft? Like, I don't even want to say what mob or whatever. What is the thing that really gets you going, in Minecraft?
Yes.
I mean, you mentioned a little bit you like this role playing, right? And set up this universe.
Yes. You have my kingdoms and everything, and the interactions between them. So, I mean, I love that it's what's called endless. It's not end, but I mean it's
technically it's endless. Yeah.
Yes. Because I just love the feeling that I can play forever, and I really like exploring. Actually, that gives me so much, to my stories and things like that. It gives me lots of ideas, and so I find something really cool, and that was maybe a weird answer, but
it's fascinating. It's fascinating how differently and in so many variations people play the game.
Yes, which is also so cool
to see. It was really something unique. I didn't expect that. You said, yeah, I really like this role play, and it's cool. It's very unique.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of unique.
But
it's fun.
Yeah, it is fun, and
especially since I'm mostly role playing with myself. No, there are like 2 more people on the server, but it's a lot of,
Well, the key point is, guys, we need to keep on having fun together. The camera is saying we have like 3 minutes of recording space left.
Okay.
So yeah, now we really need to wrap it up. I really want to thank you, to take the time and talk to me, talk to us here, and yeah, I hope you guys appreciate the work that goes into the game. There's a lot of future plans. I would love to talk about that stuff, but that would get Agnes in trouble.
Let's not put me in trouble.
No, obviously. But I can say one thing for sure: there will be Minecraft 1.14, 15, 16, and it will go on for a long time. Because aside of a lot of people saying Minecraft is dying, we got to see a lot of interesting statistics Aubrey pulled, and the growth rate of Minecraft is still insane. It's still growing, believe it or not. Growing all over the world. New emerging markets, China. We have a guy here from Brazil. I sit with him on the table casually and go like, yo dude, what is your channel, how big, what you're doing, blah blah blah. He casually says, 15 million subscribers, 5.5 billion views. I have my own radio show in Brazil and actually do a big tour with 70 cities in the city. And it's like, so we live in our own bubble here, the English-speaking Minecraft world. It's huge worldwide, gigantic growth in China and so on. So be sure the game will stick around for a while, and there will be a lot of fun ahead in the future. So yeah. Thank you very much for this awesome interview.
Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed your time.
Yes.
If you have certain questions, down below in the comments, leave them there. Agnes will read them all. All.
Probably yes. Okay, maybe.
All right.
Depends on the number, but I would try.
It's alright. Don't worry. Alright. So guys, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.